President Kiir meets rebel leader Riek Machar in Addis Ababa. SPLM support IGAD peace mediation efforts. Admission into public universities begins in Juba. Hello and welcome to SSTV News. My name is Tex Stephen, and now the news in details. The President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir met with the rebel leader Riek Machar in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa on Tuesday evening. The meeting under IGAD mediation discussed a quick implementation of the recently signed ceasefire deal to pave way for possible solution to the political stalemate in South Sudan. Speaking to journalists at the end of the
closed session was culminated in an agreement which is going to be implemented, and that agreement actually is implemented in the spirit of the 9th of May agreement, which was signed by President Kiir and the rebel leader. The recent commitment gives a time frame for the two leaders and the two negotiating teams that they should commit themselves to the cessation of hostility, full cessation of hostility, and this should happen immediately, and that within 60 days the two parties should be able to address the issues of negotiation in substantial issues connected with the roadmap to achieve total peace, and that within that 60 days.
Sorry for slight technicalities in that story. South Sudan President Salva Kiir appreciates the strong relations between Juba and Addis Ababa and applauds the role played by the Ethiopian Prime Minister for supporting peace process in the country. The meeting was done in a sideline of IGAD summit on Wednesday. In another news development, President Kiir also met with some of former detainees, namely Pagana Mum, John Luke Kosti Manibe, and Dengalor in Addis Ababa. The group expressed support for the ongoing peace talks, appreciating the government for its effort to resolve calm in the country. The government urges Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, to urgently deploy monitoring verification team in the country to monitor the ceasefire deal. As Oyed Patrick reports, the government has accused Riek Machar rebels for violating the agreements.
Agreements between President Salva Kiir and rebel leader Riek Machar on 10th June 2014, and rebels continue to violate. The Minister of Information and Broadcasting and the official government spokesperson, Michael Makwe, calls on IGAD to deploy monitoring and verification teams in the country.
There is need for the protection force. In fact, this protection force is for the protection of the monitors. And those who will be doing the job are the monitors. So, as long as you have the monitors there, then these monitors need to be protected. And this is the task of the protection force. So even though we have signed the cessation of hostilities, nevertheless, violations will. Even if we were to sign a permanent ceasefire, nevertheless, we will still need a monitoring team to verify and ensure that we conform with the permanent ceasefire.
The agreement on 10th June 2014 between President Salva Kiir Mayardit and rebel leader Riek Machar states that the two sides should have an agreement within 2 months. Makwe says the government is committed and will work for peace.
His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit came here and met the rebel leader, and he came fully committed to peace. He has fully authorized his team. He has fully authorized this delegation, which is negotiating here, to ensure that we reach peace within the 60 days agreement.
Makwe was speaking in a press conference on Wednesday evening in Addis Ababa. Oyet Patrick, SSTV, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Admission into public universities has begun. The Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Dr. John Guy, launched the distribution of admission forms to students in Juba. Edris Stephen has more on this story.
It was a long wait for the students to start the great trek to the university, but now the fading hope has returned for the students to start paving their way towards academic life. The National Ministry of Education, Science and Technology has initiated the distribution of new admission forms for the university students who want to pursue studies in the 5 public universities across the country. The admission was officially launched by the National Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Dr. John Gayo, alongside the Director of Admissions, Mr. Anthony Sebit. In a statement to the media, Dr. John Guy advised the aspiring students to make the right choices for their admissions, which will enable them attain a bright future.
Students for 2014-2015. I know you have a lot of numbers. There are a lot of forms for you. All I want to say, don't choose something you know you will not be able to do. Choose something you think you can do. That's the advice I want to give you. Number 2, if you have colleagues outside South Sudan who have no chance to come, use your cell phone and let them come so that within this 1 month they can be admitted to our national universities.
The students, on the other hand, expressed their relief joy for the launch of the admissions, as they said they had waited for long to get admitted to the higher institutions of learning.
Education here in Juba, that's why I'm very happy, because we have finished in 2013, then we have stayed, there's no school, so it is not happy. Today I get this admission, I'm very happy.
This admission is targeting more than 5,000 fresher students in the 5 public universities of South Sudan. More on education, the National Curriculum Development for South Sudan Education Syllabus continues in Juba. Over 130 principals and 28 panels take part in the development of the national curriculum, which is expected to finalize the process in July this year. The Director for Curriculum Development, Mr. Kenneth Adam, says the curriculum will include national and other important foreign languages.
We are starting with the syllabus writing, and we started another one last month. So this will take only 7 days, and the next time, that will be in July. This coming on July 14, we are going to have activities for 14 days. Now, we are dealing with basic education. I hope that by July, we will finish the whole syllabus.
Reporting for South Sudan Television, Edris Stephen.
Police have arrested 4 people suspected of stealing properties at Nyakron West area of Juba. The spokesperson for South Sudan National Police Service, Colonel James Monday, called on the public to cooperate with law enforcement agents to curb such crimes in the city.
Station on Wednesday arrested 4 suspects who stole properties of their neighbors last night at Nyakron West near Ematon gas station. The properties stolen include TV, mattresses, generators, 5 bags of clothes and DSTV decoder.
Speaking to SSTV, the spokesperson for the South Sudan National Police Service, Colonel James Monday, appreciated the important role being played by the police in protecting the civilians and their properties.
Therefore, I want to take this opportunity to appeal to our IDPs to return to their places and live with their neighbors under the protection of the police, because when the houses are empty, so these criminals find chances to go and steal properties, as you can see before us. I'm very happy for the good work which the police are doing, and as you all know, the Minister of Interior is recruiting young men and women who are highly educated to enforce law. As you can see, the operation forces, these are all young men and women, officers, so they are doing their good job. They need only information from the public so that they can be able to crack down on the criminals. We are also hopeful that by tomorrow, this time we will be graduating more officers from the police college, which include 371 young men and women. So therefore I appeal to the public to come tomorrow to witness your young men and women graduating, who will join these people here to fight crimes and then restore our security in the Republic of South Sudan.
Mr. Monday added that investigation will continue at Munuki Police Station, where the case against the criminals has been opened.
That's all we had at this hour, but before we end our news bulletin, let's have a look at our top stories. President Kiir meets rebel leader Riek Machar in Addis Ababa. SPLM supports IGAD peace mediation efforts. Admission into public universities begins. That's all we had. My name is Tex Steven, and remember, police graduation is coming shortly live on SSTV, so stay tuned. Until then, bye-bye.